Good Sunday evening to you all. Thanks for joining or checking this out later. Tonight's meditation is going to be focused on grounding during times of change. We're headed, I'm not going to rush it too much, but we're headed into fall. And some folks adore this time of year, and some have challenging relationships with it, and then there's sort of everything in between. But we do notice typically that there is change, and so whether that be with the seasons or with schedules or whatever it is, it can be really challenging when things around us seem to be changing and can be destabilizing. So this meditation will focus on noticing those experiences and bringing you back. So I'll invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, and if not, to look at something that doesn't feel stimulating, and to actively shift your attention to this body here and now. When our mind is doing all sorts of different activities, thinking about the past, projecting or worrying about the future, analyzing and judging the present, our body is here in this moment. And really, without our mind, it's here without judgment or analyzing. While change is something that is quite inevitable and ongoing, there can be periods of time when we experience more change than others. And while change can be wanted or unwanted, or some sort of level of ambivalence in the middle, it can be destabilizing or certainly disorienting, depending on how much change is happening. You might think about a recent change that you've gone through or that you have been going through, noticing how that's impacted the body, noticing how that's impacted your thoughts, and noticing how that's affected your emotions. And also your different behaviors. Sometimes we stay quite firm in the behaviors we have and that we know, trusting that if we can stay steady, that the impact of the change won't be as significant. And sometimes we can feel quite unrooted, ungrounded. On either extreme here, there can be challenges, as one might be too rigid and the other side or end of the spectrum might be not grounded enough. Knowing that in times of change, that we can come back to what we know and to ourselves. You might imagine that whatever way you are seated or standing or lying down in this meditation, you might examine or just notice this sense of rootedness into the floor or the chair or the couch, wherever you may be seated or lying or standing. Knowing that change is ever present and it may be going on around us, and that we can also come back to a solid base within the self. This is not to say that there won't be an impact of what's going on externally on the internal. It's allowing space for both what you know as well as what is new, what you are just bringing in right now. You might become aware of the thoughts or the sensations that cue that change is happening around you and or inside of you. And just notice with your open awareness what these experiences are like. While part of the life cycle, change can be very energy consuming, requiring us to shift the ways that we perceive or move about our days. So acknowledging this exhausting practice or awareness of what unfolds naturally. And while exhausting at times, being aware too that through this disassembling of what has been or the shifting, it is through those experiences that something new, something uniquely beautiful is born. So checking in these moments back down into the body, knowing that this can be a safe home and a touch point during times of difficult or desired or any adjective change. Can be that firmly rooted sapling in the ground that still allows for the movement of its branches. That harmony of rootedness and flexibility. And now we'll end. I will actually make a bell sound, as I do not have one here with me today. So take a couple moments just acknowledging your experience and sensations, and then we'll end with a verbal bell. Ding! Certainly is not nearly as long as the actual bells. And thank you for tolerating a verbal bell. So I hope that you enjoyed the meditation or found it grounding or had whatever experience you had with it. And check out tomorrow's Mindful Monday post. Will also be about this topic as we enter into, well, really we're always in change, but with holidays or with seasons and, well, holidays, a lot of change can be on the rise. All right, take care, have a great end to the week and start to the new week.